And we're back on Big Old Beauty. Guys, round 2 of RV life. We didn't get to go to the Grand Canyon last time. We're doing it this time. Stay tuned for the most amazing camping experience ever.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on, and she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind. Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
RV life, baby, and you can't get any better. We spent that whole morning packing up our bags and loading up the RV. My camera gear honestly makes me look like I'm like a camera crew or something. I have so many bags of like GoPros and whatnot. Anyway, we got all our clothes on. I eventually unpacked everything into the drawers, and then we went grocery shopping and we got some supplies for the week. The RV is looking more beautiful than ever, and I'm so excited to take her out again. We will be staying at Trailer Village RV Park, and it is a 4-hour drive away. The drive there actually had tons of snow. We even passed this really cute village with like snow everywhere, snow on the roofs. It was just like really cute. Then we also had the most amazing sunset. When we arrived, we got to this really weird gate thing, and there was snow everywhere, and it kind of looked like something out of a movie. There was like a ranger, and like he got all our information, and we paid $50, and then we were allowed into the park. We then set up the RV in the snow. This was absolutely crazy. I didn't think there would be snow at the Grand Canyon. Anyway, this was our night, and now we are going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. What a beautiful morning in snowy Arizona. This is absolutely crazy. I looked over and I saw a whole bunch of birds actually eating our trash. Guys, if you ever come to the Grand Canyon, please put your trash inside the bin thing. Even if it's locked, go get the keys, because I had to pick everything up. I then enjoyed my morning coffee. It was freezing outside, so I went inside pretty quickly. Alright, I'm gonna change.
Okay.
So excited to see the Grand Canyon. I've been wanting to see this for years, and I'm only a 30-minute hike away from finally seeing it. Of course, we had to fuel our bellies. I cooked this beautiful breakfast. It was amazing. And guys, I also just have to show you, look at this. This is my kit. Like, I think I will do a video on this at some point if you guys want to know all the stuff that I use to film. I have all these bags and camera equipment and like drone stuff, and I can share everything with you guys and like the links and all that. If you do want to see, just let me know in the comment section. Okay, we just need to bring waters, and I think that's it. And then we're ready to go. Guys, the walk we did was 21 minutes away, and the place we're going to is called Martha's Point. We just found out that there are bears here, grizzly bears and brown bears. We don't have bear spray, and we're in the middle of the forest, so this is scary. We could die on our way to the freaking Grand Canyon. Oh my gosh, keep your eyes peeled is all I'm saying. It's a sign, Grand Canyon Visitor Center. Alright, so we finally made it to the Grand Canyon. Guys, when you see this in real life, it honestly takes your breath away. It is absolutely amazing and so big. So some really weird facts about the Grand Canyon are the Grand Canyon is actually bigger than the state of Rhode Island. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles long and 18 miles wide. Like, that is so big. Then the Grand Canyon itself can influence the weather. How crazy is that? Like, that is true. There are facts about it. I'm not going to go into that, but anyway. There are hidden caves around the Grand Canyon, well, in the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is one of the most visited national parks in the United States. states an estimate of 5.9 million people visit the Grand Canyon a year. How crazy. Then the Grand Canyon was carved over 6 million years. Like, I don't know if I believe that, but I mean, that's pretty crazy. And then visiting the North Rim and South Rim in the same day may be harder than you think. It will take you about 5 hours just to drive from one to the other. Then you got to park, walk, like do the hike. So that was pretty difficult. Anyway, there are lots of different parts, like visiting parts. This is one of them. This is like a little viewpoint, like you get little different viewpoints. This one is pretty scary because it like comes out over the rocks, and like when you stand on the edge, you're like on this rock, and I was just thinking the entire time, like, oh my god, what if this rock just fell? What if it eroded enough to like break off? And what if we all just went plummeting down? It's really high. And someone once explained the Grand Canyon to me, and they said one of the only feelings you get when you see this Grand Canyon is as if you've been kissed by God, because it genuinely just takes your breath away, and it is absolutely amazing. When we got back, I couldn't feel my face, I couldn't feel my lips, I couldn't feel my hands. It was so icy out there, but so worth it. I decided to start cooking up some lunch because we were starving after the hike. Guys, you have no idea how much fuel and carbs you burn when you walk in the snow. So this is lunch today. I forgot rolls, so I'm kind of going with this like bread, cheese. I'm gonna have mayo, avocado, and then sausages. I think it's gonna be really good, just like really bad. I kind of discovered this later once the sandwich was like done. I found a can of beans, guys, and I haven't had beans on toast or beans on anything in so long, so I put some beans on here with mayo. Guys, I can't even tell you how freaking good this was. Oh my god. Literally the best camping meal and full of carbs. This was amazing. After our really late lunch, we decided to take a rather long walk to the local tavern. Just getting back from going to that tavern. It was like a 20-minute walk there, 20-minute walk back. We couldn't even get a drink because the lady asked me for my ID, and I was like, it's in the RV, which is like 20 minutes away. Like, my husband bought his wallet and she wouldn't give me a beer. Only in the US can you be almost 30 years old, go camping and not be allowed a beer. And like back in South Africa, I was like 17 having beers camping. What a mission. Oh my god, like, can you even believe that? Like, I actually cannot. Like, I cannot even. I can't believe someone could be that retarded. Like, I definitely, I know this for a fact, I definitely don't look under 21. She's saying I look 20. Then we were just worried for me to run back and get it, because what if I ran back and then she was like just being a bitch to me and wouldn't accept my South African like ID, because I didn't bring my passport with on this trip. Honestly, it's so crazy. And I know I don't look 20. Like, I have wrinkles under my eyes. Like, you can see them. So frustrating. Don't go camping in America without your ID. Before we knew it, it was time for dinner, so we started setting up the little braai area / barbecue, and we got the fire lighters. David was really upset we couldn't find lighter fluid for this trip, which I've actually never used. So anyway, these fire lighters were from Whole Foods, and he said like they suck, and I kind of agree, because I kind of just skipped the part where I struggled to light them for like hours, so you guys don't have to go through the struggle with me. But they were really difficult to light, and they kept going out. So even though it looks lit right now, it's not, because it kept going out and out and out. Anyway, what are these fire lighters?
They suck.
Whole Foods fire lighters that don't work.
No, they're terrible.
No BF Cara, no fire lighters that work. Once I finally got 2 out of 3 of the firelighters lit, it started burning the charcoal, and I continued to struggle with the third firelighter, but I eventually got going too. Got this little beauty going, finally. That wax from that eco-friendly fire starter is dripping, and I've got the meat marinating. This is going to be an amazing, amazing meal. Guys, this is why I love nature and camping so much. While the meat was busy cooking, I did not know what was going to be in store for me that night. A few moments later, I was gifted with the most gorgeous sunset I think I've ever seen. It must be something about the Grand Canyon and the dust that leaves it, and that's probably why the sunsets here are so beautiful, but honestly, I just did not expect this at all. Honestly, this is probably the world's best kitchen, and I am so blessed to be cooking dinner in this environment and in this beauty. And honestly, this whole world is just absolutely magical. And even though there were parts of today that were tough, all in all, I'm just so grateful and happy for everything I've experienced today. And this was a nice gift to end my night. So this is some of the best steak I've ever cooked and eaten in my entire life. It was perfect, just absolutely gorgeous. This is the side I gave for dinner, and yeah, just really good. Hello.
So
Hi guys. David and I are busy watching. We're busy watching a movie in bed.
There's got to be a bigger reason why, and you know.
Well, how about it had to do more with you guys than with me?
And got a little bit of wine here.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Good morning. So I started my day off with some coffee, and then I walked outside. I love just like getting outside in the mornings just because you just open your door and you're in this beautiful place. I then had to clean the barbecue thing, like it was full of ash and whatnot, and then of course I just covered the ash with snow. We are heading out to a new campground today. The snow and the weather here kind of makes it like a little bit gloomy because you can't do much outside. So we kind of just we watched DVDs, which we've already seen, and because there's no Wi-Fi. And the Grand Canyon was really cool. Like obviously that was the main reason why we came here. But because like obviously it's snowing, we're deciding to head south, where like down off this mountain where it's a little bit more sunny, and I think it's going to be a lot more fun. Some of the RV parks are actually only open in summer. Like a lot of the places we phoned and we were like, hey, can we come? And they're like, oh, we only open on April 1st. So not like summer, but just not in winter. So spring and fall they're open too. But that is because, I guess, I don't know, of the weather. I think if you did this full time, round about now, you'd want to be in Florida. Okay, I'm just gonna fly my drone and then we can go. I just have to do this quickly too. I have to clean the grid.
You're not going to tonight?
No, I won't. If the other campground is closing, then we can go.
I don't know if it is.
Probably 7 or 6, like they all do. Alright, so I finished the dishes, we packed up, David unplugged everything, and we got going. The next part of this trip, guys, I don't even know if I can explain it to you properly because it was just that intense. I didn't even get actual footage on the cliff, but this is like the start of going onto the cliff. I can't even explain how steep it was, and when we went around the corner onto the other side where the rail was, it was a really steep drop. So imagine the rail on the right hand side, like right next to me, so we could have fallen off. And when a car came past us, it was so tight and it was such a steep drop. Guys, no RV ever should ever be on this cliff. And my mom told me to download this app before we left to see which roads we could drive on, and I just kind of like laughed at her. And now while I was on here, I thought I was going to die and I was really scared. There was a piece, guys, where we actually hit rocks and we dinged up the whole side of the RV, and then we drove into a tree too and we scratched it really badly and all the rest. The part where we hit rocks is actually coming up in about like 5 4, 3. Okay, you see these rocks here? All right, listen to this. You're gonna hear the whole thing. After literally 5 hours in the RV and the scariest drive ever, and David and I at this point, we had had enough of RV driving, but we finally made it to Sedona, and this is Sedona, guys. During the whole mountain experience and the trip, we actually broke the coffee machine. So the sides are in. We're stopping for gas again. The coffee machine fell off while we were underway, and it messed everywhere. Oh my goodness. So this is what it looks like when everything is like pulled in. It's like really small. There's no space. Oh my gosh, look at all that mess. Oh my god. I don't even know if I can talk right now. I'm like up to here. The drive here was literally from a nightmare. Long story short, we booked into a hotel, and David and I have both, we thought we were gonna not make it today, so we are staying here with this really cool view. I will be back like later tonight or tomorrow because I'm done. Guys, we were so scarred from the day, we actually tried to fly home and get someone to drive the RV home.
I mean, we're on like a freaking highway that we should not have been on.
We were not on a highway, we were on a cliff. We were on a cliff in a huge RV with these little narrow roads and like a steep drop on every side.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Towed back?
No. I was wondering if you could drive it back.
But there's another road to take, it just takes longer. We shouldn't have gone through the canyon.
Yeah, it's drivable.
Yeah, it's drivable, it's just banged on the side.
Just the undercurrent.
Yeah, just from a rock on the cliff.
Okay.
What day are you driving to LA?
Thursday night or Friday morning.
What day is today? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
I mean, is it even doable?
Where'd you say you were?
Sedona.
Sedona.
Okay, Sedona.
What's that?
Where exactly in Sedona?
Arizona.
We don't know where Sedona is either.
Yes, I do.
We don't know how we got here.
It's right above, you're right above Flagstaff.
Exactly.
We're underneath Flagstaff.
You're right underneath Flagstaff.
Yeah.
I mean, so how are you gonna get to Sedona? You're gonna drive the RV back to Sedona? I mean, to Flagstaff?
I can Uber David and I there.
We're gonna Uber to.
Yeah, it's 30, because cars can drive that mountain. It's just like an RV can't, and a truck can't.
What are you proposing? I don't understand.
Oh, we can Uber to Flagstaff and fly to LA.
Yeah, there's nothing from Vegas to Sedona or Sedona to, I mean, I can check Flagstaff.
Yeah, Flagstaff, there's no airport here. So you have to check Flagstaff.
Let me see. From Flagstaff to Vegas, right?
I was so happy to have a bed at this point, like a normal bed. I'm just happy to be in a bed that doesn't have wheels.
I thought you loved this RV crap.
I do, but it's nice to take a little break and be in a room. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Sedona sure was beautiful, and although everything went wrong, I was still really, really happy to be here. The view was amazing and the mountains were just absolutely stunning. Beer, 1, 2, 3, Uber, and then we had dinner, and then good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I was greeted by a ton of devil thorns this morning in my Uggs, so I spent like forever unpicking them. We packed the RV up, we're heading home. We have 10 hours of driving to do today, guys. What did we do to ourselves? We're actually going home because Dave needs to get to work, or else we would have stopped somewhere else for the night. There's an emergency, so we just have to do this. A recommendation, if you ever take an RV out, oh, by the way, this is Sedona town, it's so pretty. Okay, so if you ever take an RV out, make sure you don't have to rush back. I guess this is an emergency, but I mean, you ideally don't want to be driving the entire time. Look how pretty this is, guys. You kind of want to get to a place and enjoy. So this is where we screwed up a bit. We obviously have an emergency at work, so we have to do this, but ideally you want to like spend some time in a place. That's why RV life has to be done properly. Like, you gotta just get your RV and hit the road and never look back. Yep. We have just stopped for gas and the dishes are looking really bad. The water has gone in there. There are paper towels and it's just pretty gross, like, because obviously we stopped somewhere yesterday. We do feel fresh and ready to carry on with this trip after booking into a place last night. As you know, yesterday was an absolute disaster and we were just like up to here. So we just went into a hotel and said goodbye to Chuck, our RV, and we just wished Chuck luck on its own and said cheers. And now we're back on Chuck. We're about to Chuck away, but we've given Chuck one more shot and we're actually having a really nice time now. So yep, we are on our way to LA. We are trying to rush to get back before Friday. Babe, how's the gas going? So it takes 6,000 gallons, 600 gallons. Wow. So the gas cut David off, but he is at like 1/4 fill. It'll cost about $1,000 to fill her up completely, which takes a while for it to run out, so that's not too bad. Alright guys, that wraps up our trip this time. Highly recommend RV life. You do run into some problems, but they're all so worth it. They make everything so fun, and in all, it's just part of living life on the road. I really wish we could do this for longer periods of time. Anyway guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We have a very long journey ahead of us, and I will see you guys back in LA with some more home vlogs with Kaya. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.